We're back. Good day, Ruskin Joys. Hope you're right. So, by all means, we're back to normal skins, no more Halloween skins, but we are still anticipating Halloween week 2. So the next rush store is still expected to be Halloween skins. Still plenty more skins to choose from. Do not be surprised if we probably see up to about 20 of them being accepted. Do not be surprised. But of course, with all these skins, as you can see right here, all the skins that we're about to take a look at today, they're not going to be accepted until at the earliest November 4 swipe, right? But still, lots of very interesting, lovely looking skins to take a look at. So by all means, if you just want to skip ahead to all the collection continuations, scroll down, look in the description, you'll see everything is chapter, right? So, cool. Right then. 94 skins have been submitted. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that much. I thought some people probably might still be, taking a bit of a break. Perhaps they might already be starting on their Christmas skins. Yep. The closer we get to December, you should be aware that there will be another batch of like seasonal skins being made. So, got to keep an eye out. Of course, I'll keep you informed when the actual announcement is going to be taking place. It'll probably happen maybe in the first week of November. The announcement for all the skin creators to start working on their Christmas skins. And of course, when it's, December time, we'll be taking a look at all of them. You get the idea. Cool. So let's just focus all these brand new regular skin submissions. So if you go ahead and look at all these skins in your own time, the collection link for the Rust Workshop skin checks for October 28, 2025 will be linked in the description at the very top. Click that if you want. Go ahead and look through all of these skins in your own time if you so wish. But if you want to listen to the dulcet tones of Mr. Hedge as he yaps away talking about all these skins, well, sit back, relax. Let's get started with Deployables. So here we have a race car bed as the representative of the many skins we're about to take a look at today. So by all means, when I insinuate, maybe you might, go ahead and show your support to this skin, that's basically me saying consider voting yes or no if you happen to like the skin or not, right? Now, please be aware, votes don't matter in terms of whether a skin, a skin gets accepted. It will give like the skin creator like a good idea if people actually like the skin that they've made, but whether a skin gets tons of votes or not doesn't have an impact whether a skin actually gets accepted. All right, so just keep that in mind. But it does give some insight for the skin creator. By all means, if you want to like truly get your word across to say, wow, this skin's amazing, just go to the comment section. And I think we've got quite a lot of them already. Oh, there you go. So yes, lots of very nice words have been said. Keeps that skin creator nice and motivated to keep wanting to put out nice creative designs in the future. But by all means, if you don't happen to like a skin, but you know exactly why not offer some nice constructive feedback? Be nice, concise, and straight to the point. And maybe they could incorporate that into a brand new version if the skin isn't accepted. So what we have right here is a design that a lot of people have been kind of like expecting at some point, a race car bed. Now, personally, I was expecting Face Punch to do this, and I wouldn't be surprised if they still do it in the future. But if that were to be accepted, all right, maybe that might not happen. Regardless, I think Stabby's done a fantastic job. I have made a short video of this skin, so keep an eye out for that. It's a pretty fun one, but anyway. So yes, a very nice glow-in-the-dark race car bed. I hope Disney doesn't get upset. Regardless, do you like what you see? Feel free to go ahead, show support. Best of luck to Mr. Stabby. But there is a lot of bed skins this week. And of course, a lot of collection continuations. So, okay, cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at about 10 different designs. Let's get started then. So we got 2 more regular skins, and then we have collection continuations. Oh, so many collection continuations. Right then, let's get the ball rolling. So, over to here with the Soviet bed. It's just the metal frame. So what's the explanation? Oh, he bounces. But what's the explanation here? I don't know. What's the mattress? It doesn't look like fun. Doesn't look like it's going to be an enjoyable sleep. But hey, it is what it is. So best of luck to Rosato. It might be a bit of a joke. Does anybody say anything in the comments? Okay, fair enough. Right. Next up, we have the dungeon bed with a little bit of transparency, produced by Graphy. We have, well, that looks like it might stretch you. Oh my. Okay. Well, I don't consent. But yes, if you happen to like that, if you think, oh yeah, my roleplay base would greatly appreciate a lovely little dungeon bed. Yeah, by all means, go ahead, vote for it. It's up to you. Best of luck to Mr. Graphy. Now, immediately, we're on to collection continuations. There's a lot of these, so brace yourself. Forest Raiders. In the past, we saw some pretty interesting deployable skins being made. Only 2 are accepted, though. Considering we just got that Ghost Furnace being accepted, wouldn't the transparent Forest Raiders Furnace be alright? Yeah, anyway, so what we have here is the Forest Raiders bed. And, well, let's go ahead and take a look at the Forest Raiders collection. With it being October right now, and the Counter-Strike market crashing, a lot of people would probably assume the prices have dropped off real bad, but it's still, like, over $300. That's all the clothing and the armour. The deployables, whilst they have suffered, only down by 12%, only down by 3%. To be honest with you, both of these deployables are looking very interesting, with the possibility of seeing the bed skin being accepted. Like, let's exclude all the clothing and armor. When we saw this small box being accepted, that locker did rise up very nicely. And we were anticipating the large box, the furnace, which has for some reason been removed. But yeah, if we see that bed, I honestly think we'll see these rise up quite nicely. So whilst they're at their lowest price potentially for this year, most likely they are, jump in, have at it. I already own a bunch of these. I was really hoping to see that furnace being accepted, but I'm more than happy to keep an eye out for potential bed skin to be accepted. So it's right there in front of you, chat. Keep an eye out, keep an eye out. So yes, by all means, would you like to have a transparent, glow-in-the-dark bed? Well, let's see. Show your support to Vlek and Igor, and let's see if that gets accepted. And I'll ask you right now, what other Forest Raiders skins would you like to see being made? Because they don't really want to keep on doing clothing and armor forever. What deployables would you like? What weapons would you like? Feel free to comment below. Right then, moving on, Cyberbed. So as you can see here, it's very metallic. I'm not sure if I'm going to find that very comfy. Maybe a robot would. Anyway, Cyber Collection. Let's go ahead and take a look at you. Because I don't think we've had a deployable yet. We've had clothing and armor. Yep. We've had quite a lot of clothing and armor, but nothing else. I'm not sure if a bed is going to have a dramatic impact on this, but hey, you know, we pointed out, we made the connection, we pointed out as a collection continuation. It'll be interesting, but I don't think there's anything that could really save this. It's a full, complete collection, and it's not super in demand. I've got nothing against it. It's just a metallic set. We have tons of metallic sets, and people don't seem to care enough about them. Sorry to say, but it is the reality. So maybe that might not be something to jump onto, but by all means, if you like the idea of it, if you want to see it being accepted, consider showing support. Best of luck to Mr. Camp. Right, moving on. So there's two versions of this. I'm just going to go ahead and show off the glow-in-the-dark version. I have made a short video of this. It's the Popstar Bed. Someone out there wished for an anime, we might have asked for a pillow, and you still get the pillow, man. You still get the pillow, but I think someone might have, I don't know, got their wish a little bit wrong. Anyway, Popstar Collection. We now have a bed. It glows in the dark. It's very goofy. It's very colourful. By all means, comment below, what is your opinion of this? Because I know it's very divisive. Some people really hate the Popstar skins. Some people really happen to love the Popstar skins. So anyway, glow in the dark design, looking very nice, and let's go ahead and take a look at Popstar. Now, quite recently, we did see the garage door, and I did say, you know what? I bet that'll be one of the garage doors this year that actually does quite all right. And I'm happy to say that's actually holding up quite nicely. It's only down by 5%. You're going to sit there and say, Hedge, went down in price. If that is, if this is the skin at its worst price, I'm not going to complain. I'm very much looking forward to January time, and I'm very much looking forward to the possibility of seeing another deployable skin being accepted. So we've seen, God, I remember the large box that's been removed apparently. I remember seeing a rug, I think. There's the sheet on the door. Here's the bed. Let me tell you, maybe the weapons might not be the best thing to chase after. But that garage door with the possibility of a bed, I'm saying this, I think that might be a pretty interesting thing to jump onto. Now, I already own a bunch of these because I picked them up with my barter. Well, who'd have guessed? But anyway, the weapons do tend to rise up quite nicely as well. When times are good, they tend to go into the positive. So more specifically, the AK, the Thompson, the SAR, I think they might be rising up quite nicely as we approach January time. So that's up to you to consider. But yes, the bed very likely will give the garage door a nice boost. Does it really need it? Well, we'll see. But yeah, I think that bed's probably a very good shout. So whether it's going to be the non-glow or the actual glow in the dark design, we'll see which one. But yeah, feel free to go ahead and show support. Best of luck to Mr. R3. Pirate Bed. So I'm sure many of you are fully aware the NAVAL update got pushed back. It's not November Force Wipe now, it's going to be December. And I have made a video, in fact I'll just quickly hop over to here. I've talked about the expected nice positivity we can expect in the future. Feel free to go ahead and watch this Rust Christmas Skins 2025 video. The beginning of the anticipation for Christmas, but it's also just kind of talking about how things have been like for the past few weeks. So first 10 minutes is talking about that, and the first 10 minutes is me mentioning that, well, I do believe the NAVAL update coming out for December probably might be a whole lot better. If it came out in November, people probably would have got bored of the NAVAL update. They probably would have fully figured it out and whatnot. But now, the fact that it comes out in December, after about 2 weeks, I think people will still be figuring it out. I don't think they'll be bored of it. And it just so happens that, towards the end of December, most people around the world will very likely be out of college, education, school, you get the idea, people won't be working as much, plenty of time to play Rust, and oh look, the biggest content update has come out in December, lots of people will be very eager to jump on. So I'm not upset that it's been moved to December. I'm very much happy about it, and I do think it could definitely give us a nice boost as we go through January time. January 4 swipe, 2026, I think we might be beating again the all-time peak player count. So consider giving that video a good watch and hopping back over to here. Obviously, talking about the pirate collection led me to talk about the naval update. In regards to the pirate collection, is it pirate themed enough, like actually stereotypically pirate themed enough for people to want to jump onto it and appreciate it when the naval update comes out? Because I know pirate themed skins have been bought out, but they're very like the shirt, the pants. I think we've seen some cutlasses and some swords. The collection itself, though, has done very well for itself. A very cheap, very affordable alternative blackout option. But aside from that, are people actually going to jump on and buy these skins out? Now, I will sit here and say the doors have been bought out. The prices have been wonderful. Like, it's supposed to be down real bad at the moment, October time. But no, you're doing very, very good. Boots have done very well as well. Don't forget, it sold considerably less compared to all the other clothing armor pieces. Backpack's not doing too bad. It only came up recently, but it's only down slightly. So, honestly, the possibility of seeing a bed skin, I think, would actually work out quite all right. All these recent skins that have come out have done quite, pretty okay. The doors have been appreciated. But now, a pirate boat with a pirate bed, like, honestly, I would have preferred a hammock. I think they should make, like, some sort of pirate-themed DLC pack. Pirate hat, bandana on your head, hook hand, peg leg, hammock for bed and whatnot like that. You know people would want that. And if people don't want it, they don't have to buy it. Simple as. So we'll see. But anyway, pirate bed, I honestly think it would do pretty okay. Fingers crossed it doesn't sell absurdly. With the recent beds, like the very recent one, it wasn't too ridiculous. But I am anticipating at least one bed skin to be accepted in the next Halloween rush store. So hopefully it doesn't sell too ridiculously, but even then it might still be okay, as I've said, with this pirate collection. So, alright, cool. It's up to you. Consider showing your support. Best of luck to Mr. 1JM34633. Things are looking pretty sweet, but I don't think this is going to cause any of the other skins to rise up in price that much. They already have kind of been bought out. And now for last, I'm not sure, but fine, whatever. Duck is now trying to get, like, different sets of neon beds. Now, if you don't fully remember, when he submitted the blue one, he also submitted a red one. And I think we can see, yep, there you go. Would you be opposed to, like, different coloured neon beds? I mean, feel free, offer your opinion. It's not like it says bed on it. It's not like it says, like, captain and, I know, co-captain or something. That would probably be cool, but whatever. I'm just trying to add some sort of label to it. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, now we have a yellowy green one. So, are you pro for this idea, or are you against the idea? Feel free to comment below. I mean, there's one way to find out. Honestly, what matters most is what Face Punch thinks. So, alright, then we'll leave it at that. But yep, best of luck to Duck. Now, in regards to a potential neon bed collection, let's go over to here. Let's just look for neon. There we go. Is it actually going to be part of this collection? Let's find out. There you go. Yep. It's actually held up. It has actually held up. Like, we didn't see consecutive bed skins every single week. We didn't get one with, for the current Halloween rush store. But if we suddenly see, like, 2 Halloween beds in the next rush store, maybe there might be more trouble. But yes, initially it was doing much better. This was actually sitting at around $4. But of course, as time has passed, eventually more and more listings have appeared and the price has started to go down. So technically speaking, still in the positive, but profitable? Well, that's still a bit debatable, right? So it's still matched up to the expectation of the price will have, will eventually go down when more and more options appear. However, the possibility of seeing a green bed and having a mini neon bed collection, that very likely could give that bed a nice boost. So it's up to you how you approach that. Maybe you already bought some and you're just kind of sitting on them. I mean, we'll see. Again, it's up to Face Punch at the end of the day. So perhaps Duck might get another sort of like mini collection in his storage collection, neon collection. So cool. All right then. So not looking too bad. God, these fridges could do better. Right then. So it is what it is. Best of luck to Mr. Duck. And well, let's now move on because that was a lot of bed skins. And now, ooh, I'm liking this. So very recently, we just saw the Iceberg Bed being accepted, didn't we? And I looked at it and I said, you know what? It'd be pretty cool if we could see like a collection being built up from it. So I quite literally asked, hey, Mr. Diaz, do you reckon we could see like a deployable collection? He said, yes. And now we have the fridge. And to be honest with you, I wasn't really expecting a fridge, but I'm also not opposed to a fridge because that's like, perfect. So, have you found out on the commits, they've mentioned mini fridge again. Mini fridge has been mentioned again. So something might be cooking. Maybe they'll have it ready for December. We'll see. But yes. What would you like to see being made next? That's the next question I'd like to ask all of you. I personally would like to see like a chair and table combination. I will remind you, in the past, around December time, we have seen like ice theme skin sets being accepted, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do see this progress, right? So, considering that, maybe the Iceberg Bed, actually might work out quite all right. I don't think it's down that bad. It didn't sell too ridiculously. So right now you're sitting here at what price? Let's see, Steam Market. Okay, you're down by like 20 cents. That's not that bad. It honestly is pretty okay. Again, most skins should be down to their lowest point for this year. But that right there, okay, yeah, there you go. Someone posted 26 other people. But what do you reckon? If there's a pretty decent chance we are going to see this collection progress, what deployable skins would you like to see being made next? I wouldn't be surprised if Diaz is going to watch this. So again, offer your opinions, please. But yeah, chair and table, please. Chair and table. I think that'd be awesome. So, cool. Right then, Diaz. I think there's some pretty interesting things potentially to build up from this. And with this fridge, I mean, considering the amount of fridges we've had accepted this year, I honestly wouldn't be surprised. So, okay, cool. Nice and frosty. It'll keep your food ever so nice and cold. But yes, looking perfectly fine. I wonder if fridge skins are going to lose value a little bit, considering you don't need to have a fridge in the Arctic and snowy biome anymore. It's a perfectly fine, addition, idea to be brought in, but yeah, reckon fridges might drop off. We'll see. Anyway, best of luck to you, good sir. So, looking pretty sweet there. Let's now go ahead and showcase some interesting other skins. Work locker. So, yeah, seems to have quite a lot of transparency, as in, like, a lot of transparency. So, Mr. Protects, Protects, or PTX now, he did try and make his very own. Oh, no, he did. So this is a collection continuation. Okay, I got you mixed up with someone else. Someone else tried to do a similar idea. So yes, this is a collection continuation for our transparent small box. Let's go ahead and find out how that small box is currently holding up. So if I were to go ahead and type in work crate, rose up the price very nicely. Of course, I made a short video showcasing how you can kind of like hide it in rocks very easily. It's not too hard to do, and it's really hard to even damage it. You can't even see it really. With all the transparency in the top, it's really hard to see it kind of sticking out of a rock. But anyway. Sitting here at $3.60, 73 listings, very thin. You've got one like 11 batch there, but it's very thin right there. I wouldn't be surprised if it rises up ever so nicely as we approach January time. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see the locker being accepted, that this could rise up quite nicely just in general. So yeah, all right, looking pretty sweet. But yeah, sorry about that. I thought it was a different design. Someone else tried to do like a work crate design and didn't get anywhere, and I thought this was something similar to that. But anyway, it is part of the collection, proposed collection. We saw a bed being produced, but it wasn't accepted. But now we have a locker. What other transparent design could they do that could work out for a deployable? What would look pretty cool? I mean, you could probably do a large box. I think he probably did do that. In fact, let's just quickly go find out. Did he do a large box? No. Well, there you go. There you go, another option. So, best of luck to Mr. Protects. But yeah, I think that small box is in a very interesting spot. So, it's for your consideration. Fatal Rug. Is this supposed to be Halloween or Valentine's? It's Halloween times. Anyway, so, yep, a pretty goofy yet, lovely looking rosy design. It glows, it looks sweet. So, if you're a fan of this, if you like what you see, by all means, consider showing your support. Best of luck to K. Vladimir and Geppo. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. And yeah, the only rug skin for this week. And now, here we go. So you know how we have that ghost furnace right now, and it's currently sitting here with over 65,000 subscribers, and people like, it's an awesome looking skin. We're never going to see another transparent furnace ever again. Surely not. So lots of people jumped onto it. Remember, subscriber count means bare minimum sales. At least 65,525 individual people have bought this. Like if I could just quickly hop over to here, how many people have we had play today? Let's just see. 130,000. In theory, think about this. Half of the amount of people that play today have bought that furnace. What do you reckon? So, while we talking about that furnace when we've got a brand new furnace, well, here's the thing. As I said, a lot of people are probably under the assumption that we'll never see another furnace skin like this ever again. We'll say hello to UFO Abduction Furnace. Mr. Zink had a pretty cool idea, because he has actually submitted this in the past. So let's just quickly go over to here. Scroll down, you'll see, like, somewhat recently he resubmitted it. He originally submitted it back in 2024. I saw it, I liked it. I saw it again, I liked it. But after seeing this ghost furnace, I was like, you know what? What actual ideas could work for a transparent furnace? Like something that would actually work. The themes make sense and whatnot. And I remembered this, and I thought, you know what? I should tell Zink, it'd be a pretty cool idea if you made that transparent. And he liked it. Well, here you go. Sorry, but yeah, I thought it was cool. So, I have I've already made a short video showcasing this. So by all means, hop over to here, give it a good look. I did show it off in the special preview video as well. Like, a lot of people have said some very positive words about it. It's really nice. It glows in the dark very nicely when it's lit up at night time. If it were to be accepted, could it have a pretty, like, significant impact on the ghost furnace? I wouldn't be surprised. However, ghost furnace still looks like a ghost that's floating in your base. It still looks very cool. So both of them will be nice. But the floodgates have, like, opened. There will be more, like, transparent furnaces being made from here and now. Do not be surprised by that. So that idea seems to work. What other ideas could work? Offer your ideas right now. Comment below. All right, so looking very cool. Could it turn into a UFO abduction deployable set? Oh, I have to wait and see. So best of luck to Zinc. I know I took for quite a bit of time there, but it is pretty interesting because we have the abnormal barders tomorrow and we had to figure out how we're going to approach this. I just can't help but assume we're going to see tons of them on the Steam market and on third-party sites afterwards, aka I wouldn't be surprised if it drops off in price. But also, I could see it still having the demand to keep it, keep up for a bit. What I'm saying is maybe it just drops down to like $1.20. Tons of them in circulation, but still retains a decent portion of its like value. So, all right, cool. We'll move on from here. Okay, we're only like halfway with the deployables. Good job, Hedge. Well done. Right then. So, unsinkable box, produced by Mr. Verona. Get a good look at that. Nice bit of transparency in the top. A nice little basket. So, yeah, what are your thoughts? Feel free to offer your opinions. Comment below. And yeah, best of luck to you, Mr. Verona. Over to here, we have another sort of interesting transparent top design. Mr. 38 has made an empty box reminiscent of the little food box right here. So, okay, fair enough. It wouldn't be the first time we've seen something like this being produced. What do you think? Would you like that? You can consider it like a mini food box. So, no, for your base. You don't need a mini fridge. Anyway, best of luck to you, Mr. 38. Let's see if that works out nicely. Let's see if it could potentially be accepted. But there is competition. Significant competition. The return of the small props collection, and we have a tea box. Now, if you're thinking, what would I need that for? Well, number one, you put your tea in it, or, your fridge, but you can also put your berry seeds in there, all your berries. So, okay, not too bad. It's, again, like, you know how these can't, like, glow in the dark? The skin creator has put an effort in to make them all distinct with their different colour schemes, so they all stand out, differently. But I guess we still have an opening for, like, yellow and pink and orange and purple. What would you categorise in those sort of boxes? What would you like to see being made next? Because I wouldn't be surprised if we just return like normal to the small box collection and of course the Sinotype collection. And yeah, don't worry, I've got a skin to show you after this. Oh yes. But anyway, so yeah, that right there. Wouldn't say no to it. Could we see the small props collection reinvigorate? So is it actually acknowledged as the small props collection now? Small props. On SCMM at the very least. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. So, unfortunately, I can't see it that way. But if I just go back 2 weeks and... oh, there you go. Right. So, all the skins have gone down in price. If you've seen Sinotype, it's pretty much the exact same thing. A lot of people are under the impression that people have sold to get some quick funds to then go chase after cheap Counter-Strike knives and gloves because there's a market crash in that. I'm still expecting things to recover. And with that tea box, I think people are going to be like, oh, yeah. This is actually going to turn into a proper small box collection. Because I did say this. Sinotype obviously progressed to a point, and we're still expecting it to return and finish. That, of course, could potentially finish between 15 to 18 skins, which we've seen before in a standard large box storage collection. But we've never seen a small box collection actually go all the way up to, like, at least 10. Well, technically speaking, this is the maximum so far. So, if we do get number 6, I do believe we'll probably get, like, a full proper collection. Again, this will be the leader so far in terms of most acceptances. We'll see how it goes. But yes, this will very likely continue when Sinotype finishes. And, well, considering we probably have about, well, I don't know, 6 or 7 Rustors left until Christmas. We'll probably get at least 13 maybe. We'll see. That's if we do see the continuations actually being accepted. Face Punch will probably be like, yeah, we only want 10. So what would you like to see being made next? What would you prioritise? Small box? Drop box, small box. That's what I meant to say, sorry. I know a lot of people said a drop box. That probably would be a pretty cool idea. A little, quick thing to chuck stuff in and run away. Yeah, so now's your chance. Skin Creator does look at the comments, all right? So your suggestions do matter. So feel free to go ahead and show support. Best of luck to Mr. McGwemp. Sorry, I lost my tongue there. But what could be made next that people would appreciate? Something unique, something completely unique, or something that's been made before but wouldn't be better to do it again. So yeah, remember, all of these sell for like $1.49 each. That right there, $1.49. But don't we already have like a T box already? So if I go over to here, you're thinking of the large box. That currently is selling for about $5. So consider that. It might have been done before, but a lot of people would appreciate a nice cheaper alternative option. So what would be appreciated to be made next? Feel free to comment below. Right then, done, finished. Oh no, another storage collection. Where was me? So I was considering the possibility that we'd see like another box being made over the course of this past weekend, but no, Odyssey submitted early, and that was supposed to be for this week. So okay, cool. I have talked about this in the video over here, talked about like the Sinotype collection. It's definitely been something a lot of people have been bringing up to me, and right now, honestly, is probably the best time to jump in to buy Sinotype skins. I've actually put a tweet up. Let's go over to here real quickly. How are my tweets? There you go. Yep. So I put this tweet up, and I was like, guys, honestly, with these prices, you probably want to jump into this, because the most likely outcome for why it has dropped off even further, number one, 2 weeks of Halloween. It's quite a long wait. There's a lot of impatient people out there, but skins were supposed to drop off pretty badly as we go for October. In the past, and I have mentioned it in a recent profit review video, when we had complete the sets a good, like 8 weeks ago, for just 1 week, we didn't have a Sinotype skin, and all the other ones just dropped in price because people assumed that was it, done. But no, it returned. And when we saw the Sinotype closed box, appearing, suddenly all the skins went back up in price again. So do you know what I'm insinuating here? As I mentioned in this video, and I'll hop back over to here, if we see Sinotype woodbox being accepted, ta-da, I think this is all going to suddenly rebound and go back up in price again. And then after that, we do expect probably a few more. So as you can see here, 13 in total. Here's the proposed number 14. I reckon at most we'll probably see another 5 skins being accepted. That I mean 4 brand new designs. I don't know if Odyssey watches this, these videos, but what would you prioritize next? Maybe we could only ever get maybe we'll only get another 3. I don't know, but if we do at least get 15, I would consider it a complete collection. So I do expect at least 2 more to be accepted, but maybe it could go up to another 4 or 5. We'll see, okay? Dropbox, what else is there? Electric box. I know Odyssey has mentioned that he plans to do an electric box, so that very likely will be next, made next after. Sorry, I'm talking too quickly. Just understand, it is expected that whilst the prices are down at the moment, it is expected to rebound very nicely the second we see another one being accepted. And then people realise, oh no, it hasn't actually finished, it's still continuing. Better go grab all of them now. So yeah, it is expected around January time that these do rebound and go back up into the positive. Cool. So, with that information, what are you going to do now? Yes, it's up to you. So anyway, a wood box. I know a lot of people would appreciate that. I guess stone box would probably be expected as well. I wouldn't be surprised. So yep, stone, drop box, electric box. What could be the special last one? Well, offer your unique ideas right now. But I kind of think that maybe for a food box, maybe it better off being a fridge. Maybe you'll just do the last one being a fridge. Anyway, moving on. Wood door. It's a sunken wood door. So yes, another sort of perhaps very nicely appreciated skin for the NAVAL update. Sunken collection has been quite successful. As you can see here, 3 skins were accepted. In the past, we've seen some other attempts like a wooden double door, a furnace, a wooden door now. Oh, actually, it's a resubmission. Oh. So, okay. The collection isn't exactly doing super great. Sheet metal double door is down, but I wouldn't be surprised if it rebounds. We've had far too many sheet metal doors this year. We've had far too many garage doors this year, okay? But a sheet metal double door like that, I do believe it will probably perk itself up if we were to see another deployable skin being accepted. So that wooden door, by default, I wouldn't really expect that much from it in terms of if it was just independent. If it was just independent, I honestly think it'll probably just go down in price by itself. However, with its arrival, I could see that sheet metal double door rising up in price quite nicely. So if I just quickly hop over to here, how many listings do we have? 48. That isn't that much. It's very thin. Well then, what do you reckon? Look at the history as well. How high was it during the summer? Oh, wow, okay. Huh. You're selling for like $3.50. Interesting. Well then, what do you reckon then? It's up to you. But yeah, garage door, I don't expect that much. Sheet metal door, I don't expect that much. But would these be appreciated when the NAVAL update is out? Gotta wait and see. So, alright, wooden door, I think you will be appreciated just with your arrival. But independently, I think you'd still have issues. So, cool. Now, speaking of like naval update theme skins, here we go. Neon Cargo. This is all by itself, but it looks like this is going to turn into a collection because they have the little link here. So it's just one skin at the moment, but you probably should expect maybe a sheet-metal double door. Maybe you could expect like a garage door, armoured double door, wooden double door. You get the idea. So looks like it might turn into a full set just in time for the naval update. So, all right, if that sounds interesting to you, feel free to go ahead, offer your support. Best of luck to you, Paw and Hyper Monster. Let's see if that works out nicely. And then, of course, we have plenty more sheet metal door. So let's go ahead and take a look at all of them. All right, let's go grab. Thank you. Right then, so over here we have the Cave Cool sheet metal door produced by Mr. OKF. So yeah, like a perfect sort of like rocky base door. So yep, that's looking pretty cool. I don't know how he managed to get his base in that mine. Yeah, cave. But anyway, it's just a joke. So if you like what you see, if you're a fan of this, by all means, consider showing support. The perfect cave base door, perhaps. It glows quite nicely. Got a lovely little image here of the man standing in there with his torch out. If you approve, consider showing support. Best of luck to OKF. Now over to here with the chalk sheet metal door, produced by Freddy and Kruger. I mean, it's a door, and it's just all chalked on, so a silly little gimmick. If you approve, by all means, show support. Best of luck. Over to here with the Phantom ship door. Again, nautical themed design. So if you like what you see, and if you like the very nice eerie glow in the dark of the wheel, well, by all means, show support. Best of luck to Beast. Now over to here with the Solar Radiant sheet metal door, produced by Phase. Get a look at this. A very nice sort of outline that glows ever so nicely at night time. I think a lot of people probably use that to try and trick people for Halloween with the portal. So that's looking pretty cool. But then over to here we have a second version. Now I'm not sure what's different. I'm not sure. The details aren't present. You see how it's got like some rips in it and whatnot? Yeah, this version doesn't have that. So okay, that's looking pretty cool, and it still glows very nicely at night time. So if you approve, by all means, consider showing support. Best of luck to Mr. Vase. Oh my, yeah, I showed this off for the special preview video, I think. No, I showed it off my Twitter preview video. So this is a pretty goofy design produced by Gunya. What do you reckon? Glows very brightly, mind you. So if you're a fan of that, if you like what you see, you know what to do. Best of luck to Gunya. The Geocentric sheet metal door, produced by Wirecat. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. What style is this? Not sure what to say. Comment below if you know what I'm trying to talk about. This does appear to glow in the dark, quite faintly, but quite ominously at the same time. Oh my. So if you're a fan of this, then you know what to do. So yeah, best of luck, best of luck. Oh my, Mutation Zone sheet metal door, produced by Delray. That's looking pretty eerie. Honestly, if we could have had that for Halloween, that would have been cool. But hey, you can have it for any day of the year. So, what are your thoughts? Comment below. Best of luck to Delray. Is this a collection continuation? I thought, yep. It's a collection continuation to the Odyssey SAR. So, if you don't fully remember, Odyssey SAR... Do I know how do I spell Odyssey? Uh-oh. Oh, it says it right there. Just one D. There you go. Odyssey. There we go. So, this has been all by itself for a very long time. This was accepted earlier this year, and about 10 months later, here we are. After it sold for $2.49, it's on the Steam market at 87 cents. This is the story of so many SAR skins this year. So, not exactly looking the best. But would a brand new sheet metal door coming out potentially give it a nice boost? I don't think so. But independently, I think this looks really cool. Look at that. What do you reckon? That's looking quite scary. Some sort of scary monster. So yeah, a perfectly fine looking glow in the dark sheet metal door. Perhaps it won't have much of an impact on the skin here, but I do think that a lot of people probably would appreciate that. So, by all means, if you like what you see, consider showing support. Would you like to see a very cool scary monster sheet metal door with a glow in the dark design being accepted? Offer your support, comment below, and now let's go ahead and move on to next skins. So, looking at over to here, we have garage doors. Let's go ahead and take a look at all of these. In fact, I might as well just grab all of the doors because we don't really have that many left. So, alright, let's go ahead and take a look. Luminous Tree. So, what do you reckon? I showed this off in the special preview video. A lot of people actually said they really liked it. A nice, calm, serene design. All the little flowers glowing at night, ever so nicely. And during the day, still just as bright. So if you like what you see, consider showing support, and best of luck to Mr. Kazaru. Over to here, it's the Friends Bar garage door. So I think role players will probably appreciate a design like this, produced by Mr. Segius. Yeah, what do you reckon? offer your support. Best of luck. Now over to here with the Arctic Zone garage door, a perfectly fine looking design that perhaps a lot of people would appreciate in the snowy biome. Some sort of sci-fi sort of design, perhaps. It glows ever so nicely. It stands out very nicely. So, if you're a fan of it, you know exactly what to do. Best of luck to Mr. Legacy. And now, of course, we have another collection continuation. It's a bit of a strange one. It's like a head that's been like vacuum sealed. He's having a good time, isn't he? Yeah. Well, you know, some people are into that. Anyway, moving on. So, we have the Funerary Friend garage door. We have two versions. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the difference is between the... Oh, one of them's transparent. Oh, okay. I thought like one had a slightly different design. Okay, right. So do you see what's happened here? This is a garage door, but I kind of feel like it won't be allowed because you're supposed to have the roller up still. Some people tend to do this. They try their luck, but I don't think we've seen a garage door without the roller being visible. It's transparent, basically. So if you want to understand what I'm saying, oh no, he hasn't got it in both versions, or is it because he has it on the other side? Okay, yeah, right there. Okay, so yeah, still there. Okay, sorry about that, misunderstood, but still, transparency all around the perimeter. Interesting. Sorry about that. I got fooled. Damn it. Anyway, so this is a collection continuation, but that collection's a bit of a funny one. Still hoping for tier 3. What happened? I don't know. He tried, but yeah, still haven't seen it. We did get a sleeping bag, so we do have one more deplorable previously, and they did also try for a bed. They also did try for a sleeping bag. Anyway, honestly, I'm not sure if the sleeping bag will bounce up that much. But let me tell you, if that transparent garage door right there, if that's the one that no, this one, if this is the one that gets accepted, I think you might see a lot of people jumping onto that. Like, people honestly do appreciate some transparency in the bottom. At the moment, I think there's only 2 garage doors. One of them is the dungeon garage door. So yeah, well then, best of luck to MA1. I think independently this would be appreciated. If this is the one that's accepted without the transparency, I don't think it'll do that much. And I don't think this garage door will have that much of an impact on the pre-existing skins. Here's hoping we do see tier 3 eventually. And if not, well, sometimes it's just like this. Sorry to say that, Mr. MA1. Consider a jacket. Consider a jacket. Right then, so, moving on then. Piggy Piggington, wooden double door. So, produced by Rapé, we have a very nice pink design. To be honest with you, it's cute. It's silly, but wouldn't say no. Most wooden double doors tend to be pretty silly. So, if you approve, if you're a fan, by all means consider showing your support. We have actually seen another wooden double door skin actually being submitted to the workshop. Got to be like the first in a while, isn't it? Right, best of luck to you, Mr. Rapé. And for last, all-seeing eye sheet metal double door. So, as you can see here, it's just one big symbol. Not like 2 symbols on each side. One big, large eyeball staring at you. I showed it off in my special preview video. People approved. So, how's the all-seeing eye collection currently holding up? Well, it only consists of 2 skins. And I think you know exactly how I'm going to talk about this because, oh, there you go. Down 43 and down 55. When I saw these, I was like, you know what? I bet you with a break, it's going to end up like Nuke Vibe. What's wrong with Nuke Vibe? Well, it started off with a garage door, then a sheet metal door. Well, look at it now. It's pretty much the exact same thing almost. Just a little bit worse. Yeah, it got weapons accepted afterwards, but what I mainly talked about with these 2. So, anyway, moving on. Yeah, independently, that would actually work out very, very nicely. Sheet metal double doors are definitely appreciated a whole lot more compared to garage doors and sheet metal doors, single sheet metal doors. I'm not sure if this would have a dramatic impact on the garage door and the sheet metal door. But as I said, independently by itself, people would approve, people would like, and I wouldn't be surprised if it goes up in price quite nicely. So, feel free to comment below, offer your own opinions. But yeah, I think that would be greatly appreciated. I just don't think the other skins would be nice and profitable, is what I'll say. So, that is essentially everything that needed to be said. That's all the deplorables. We're about halfway, so hopefully the rest of this video won't be as long. But yep, out of all these deplorable skins, which one happened to be your favourite? Which one do you reckon has a very good chance of potentially being accepted in an upcoming restore? Right then, let's get started with the weapons and the tools. So we've got quite a lot of interesting skins here, but not that many weapons and tools. Rather, one specific type of weapon has gotten a lot of attention this week. What's that? Oh, you're about to find out. Octopi Rock, first of all, produced by Universe Kid, a very goofy, silly little creature. on a rock. So, yep, looking very cute. I want to smash him against a rock. Anyway, best of luck to you, Mr. Universe Kid. Now over to here, we have good old Baggy. I want to smash him against a rock. So, yes, two cutesy, silly designs. Do you approve? Do you like? Consider showing support. Best of luck to Barurik and Disney. Right. Now over to here with the Wrath of Gold jackhammer produced by Spectro and Cassette. I did say this earlier this year. Could we actually see quite a lot of jackhammers? So I said that when we saw the Isoparam and the... what was the other one? It was when we had the airplane themed skins, like a good several weeks ago. Since then, those have actually started to recover. Jackhammers tend to be quite reliable. But if we start seeing tons of them being accepted, we could see issues. But this right here, I don't see any issues. It's got like lots of lovely gold trim all around it. Stands out quite nicely. I mean, offer your own opinion if so wish. Perhaps the blue design might not go well with gold. What's this version looking like though? Because we have a version 2, and this has an extra touch of red as well. Red, blue, yellow. Not bad, but again, your opinion matters as well. Best of luck to Spectre and Cassette, and let's see if these potentially are accepted. Now over to here, produced by Kavahu, we have the Pharaoh bow. Get a good look at that. A nice wrap design, you can see the gift there as well. Looking very nice. Looks like it's kind of carved out of stone as well, which is something I just noticed. So yes, what do you reckon? In the desert, would you approve of the idea of a potential pyramid monument? Would you? I mean, we've got jungle ruins, so, you know, just saying, it'd be funny. So, okay, looking pretty cool, looking pretty sweet. I mean, you could do it for Halloween. You could do it for Halloween, whatever. Anyway, moving on. So, best of luck to you, Mr. Kavahu. A perfectly fine looking bow design. I'm sure a lot of people would be pretty okay with that. Now, over to here, collection continuation. We got some transparency. Some very, very, very strange transparency. It's not like it gives you a ton of extra vision, but the reason why it looks like that is because, of course, it's the skin. It's quite literally two swirled swords on each side of the on the crossbow. So yes, look at that, nice transparent design. But how's it currently holding up at the moment? Let's go ahead and find out. And well, is it a surprise to see it's currently sitting here half the price? Salvage swords are always like this, unfortunately. They drop off. They drop off. But if you were to see this crossbow being accepted, which of course has two of those swords, I mean, I'm not saying no, but I just don't really expect that much with a weapon-only collection. But independently by itself here, this crossbow, I could see it work out quite all right. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually is appreciated fairly. Yeah. So, in regards to the skin, Bed Ronin, I'm not saying no. Looks pretty cool. Long sword. Swirled long sword. Do it. Alright, anyway. Looking pretty sweet. Best of luck to you two. And let's see if that gets accepted. Let's also close that. And let's talk about the Ship Guardian Python. So, PL3 and Donny, they must have been listening, because we always say, when it comes to Python skins, if it doesn't have transparency, people will not care. And as you can see, as you aim down, could we see yet another Python skin with transparency? To be honest with you, we've also got quite a lot of them now, haven't we? Have you seen their prices? Well, I guess we could, you know, spend some time quickly looking at that. Every single Python skin, how are they currently holding up? I wouldn't be surprised if it's literally only blackout. There we go. Okay, so that's not looking pretty. That's also not looking pretty. This is also not looking pretty. Oh, look, there you go. That's all right. And these aren't looking pretty. And those aren't looking pretty. And those, and those, and those, and those. Oh, okay. Now we start to see some of them in the positive. Some of the original ones. So, yeah, out of all the recent Pythons, it's not looking pretty. Sorry to say, but that is a fact. So, best of luck to PL3 and Donny. Just because, you know, they might not be selling that much and might not be doing very well in the Steam market, doesn't mean it won't be accepted. So, you know, best of luck, best of luck. Right, so over to here we have a Thompson, quite a lot of SARS, and then we'll showcase the brand new weapon skin to be accepted in upcoming Rust stores. So, Thompson Stormfront design, produced by Smoothie, a very cool electric design. Oh yes, put some pence on. So let's just get a quick look at the aim sight. Perfectly fine standard design. So yeah, looks pretty sweet. If you approve, if you like it, why not comment below what weapon skin would you like to see being made next with that design. Over to here with the Woodmaster SAR. Now, Woodmaster, yeah, okay, I remember these, yep. Lots of interesting designs, but honestly, Kit, I know you've been working on this for a while, but you have more than enough for a minimum viable product. If this isn't accepted, you might want to consider moving on to something else. Or add some colour, something different, you know. So you might have to adapt it a little bit more, or just accept that they just probably aren't very keen for a wooden design. It has been accepted before, I know that, but like they just probably don't approve of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry to say, but hey, with what I see here, I see nothing wrong with it. Scary bear. Is he using razor leaf? Joking, but anyway. If you like it, the viewer, yep, if you're there, if you like it, comment below, offer your opinion, and yeah, looking perfectly fine. So Kit, best of luck, but yeah, consider it. Plushy bear. What? Another SAR? Yeah, there's lots of SARs this week. Produced by McQuarrie. Yes, it's a stuffed bear that's been like stretched out. Did you take out? Did you take the flesh off the bear and wrap it all around the SAR? Oh, you're sick. Aim down a sight, standard aim sight, but yeah, it's fine. Standard looking brown SAR, but it's a teddy bear. So if you approve, by all means, show your support. Best of luck to McQuarrie. A perfectly fine, nice, unique idea for a SAR. Now over to here with the Golden Kitsune with some transparency. Ooh. Produced by Arietta Maloiko. What do we see with the aim sight? Show me, show me, show me, show me. Right, you could just aim down. You could just aim down. Don't hide it. People need to see. I can't tell if that's actually transparent. You're kind of making it more awkward. Okay. So it's apparently transparent, but I can't tell where specifically because it doesn't look like it's had any like transparency made here in the aim sight. Might be on the actual body of the design, but yeah, please, honestly, just aim down. That's all we need to see. That's all we need to see. Anyway, best of luck to Arietta and Maloiko. Let's see if that's potentially accepted. Tribal, so how many of these? All right, moving on. So yes, we have a very nice pattern design produced by Sunart. Got little skulls here, looking pretty cool. Lovely stuff. What about the aim sight? Aim sight, aim sight. Oh, there we go. Perfection. Lovely stuff. And you also get a little vision of the skull here as well. Nice pattern design. You've even got a little bit of the pattern in the aim sight as well. So that's cute. That's a nice little touch. Well, best of luck to Sunart. Let's see if that's potentially accepted. A perfectly fine, nice, stockless SAR. And for this week, we have one M39 skin being submitted, produced by Mr. Pasayo. We have the RIP M39. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't say no. We have seen like more skins being accepted after their time as being a focused item of the month. So M39 was quite some time back, but not saying no. So best of luck to Pasayo. Let's see if that works out nicely for you. Now we're moving on to AK47s, but this isn't the special skins I was alluding to. No, we've got plenty of something brand new. All right. So let's get through all of these. You're about to find out. Although if you looked in the description, you probably might have been spoiled. Anyway, so over to here with the Sulphur King AK47 version 3, produced by Yopka Lancy. A perfectly fine, stylish design. That is one suave-looking king right there, very rich with all the gold. So let's go ahead and look at the aim sight. And what do I see? Oh, that's a lovely bit of. It's a standard aim sight. Yellow on the aim sight here as well, so it should stand out in most environments. Maybe not the desert so much. But yep, that's a perfectly fine looking design. Best of luck to you too. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Now over to here, we have Depth Horror. I showed this off in the special preview video, produced by Mr. Multi-Eye Boris and Mr. Damned In. A very colourful, somewhat scary looking Kraken design. And again, would that be perfectly befitting for the naval update? What weapon skin would you like to see being made next? You know what? Boris, Damned In, why not consider doing a crossbow? Have the design, like the body of it, be the Kraken, but then like the tentacles are the outside part of the crossbow, and then you can have some transparency in it. That'd be creative. Anyway, that's up to you. So, yep, looks like perfectly fine to me. I'm pretty sure at night time that would stand out as well. Standard aim sight though. Cute little octopus there, so looks cool. Wouldn't say no. All right, well, I'd even approve of like a door. I think a door would look pretty cool with that. So anyway, best of luck to you two. Let's see if that works out quite nicely, and let's see if that's to potentially be accepted. Punk's Not Bad AK47. Standard stock aim sight. Produced by Mr. Sean making Kasim to 2. So yes, what do you reckon? Do you like what you see? Looking pretty cool right there. Looking pretty sweet. Perfectly fine, stylish, bony design. So if you approve, if you like it, by all means consider showing support. Best of luck to these two. Now over to here with the Void Glitter. Apparently this has some transparent aim sight. So this is produced by Mr. Wynett. Looks like he's turning it into a brand new collection, as you can see here. An interesting, sparkly design. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. But where's the aim sight? Show me the aim sight. Show me the aim sight. Show me the aim sight. Show me the... Oh, there we go. Perfection. And, oh, look at that. It's quite holographic, it seems. In the sunlight, it will shine ever so nicely. And that aim sight's looking very nice. So almost like a twitch drop AK-47, I guess you could say. You do have, like, the outside parts kind of sticking out. But, yep. An interesting glittery effect that you can apparently see when you move it around during the day. So, wow, that's looking pretty cool. Right, so. Oh, yeah, I thought I saw that. You can see someone, like, signing in. You know you can turn those off, right? Right, anyway. So best of luck to Mr. Wynet. And, yeah, let's see if that's potentially accepted. Offer your support. Over to here, we have the field spec AK47. I mean, it's an assault rifle, but it's the same thing. An interesting green design. But I will point this out. After seeing 2 green AK47s being accepted this year, they don't seem to stand out much better compared to all the other skins. In terms of people don't seem to care that much about them. Compared to the standard AK, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so looking at that, standard aim sight, the gold, nice bit of red, should stand out in pretty much every single environment with that red. So good, good choice there. Looking pretty sweet, looking pretty cool. So, what do you reckon? With this AK47 here, would you like to see that potentially being accepted? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to Mr. Tricks. Over to here, collection continuation. This is the Squadron AK47 collection continuations, that Python skin we saw about 2 months ago, something like that. So, yeah, produced by LJ, D, and Shadow. Get a good look at that. Now, can I get a quick look at the aim sight? Aim sight, perfect, thank you very much. Standard sight, yep. However, red with a light bit of green at the very top. Interesting. That's very interesting. All right, then, so that's looking pretty cool. But what about the, well, I mean, I could just go up to here and search for it. Squadron shouldn't be too hard to find, and it shouldn't be too surprising to see it's down to, like ooh, less than $1. Oh, 80 cents. Yeah, that dropped off. Python skins. If they don't have transparency, they just drop off. They are not appreciated, unfortunately. So I feel like that's a perfect showcase of that. So yeah, that's what it is. Sorry, but yeah, it's not surprising. What Squadron weapon skin would you like to see being made next, though? I've got nothing against it. Looks like totally fine to me. What's something we haven't seen quite a lot of recently? Would look cool. I mean, honestly, anything's open season, but well, there's a certain interesting weapon choice that you could pick that we're about to see in a bit. But yeah, honestly, just keep up the good work. I'm sure you'll see another skin being accepted soon enough, guys. Keep it up. Fault AK47. So, we just recently had 2 Fault weapon skins being accepted, the MP5 and the SAR. How are they currently holding up? Well, they're both down to around and less than $1. Sorry to say, but yeah, they're just... It's interesting in their designs. It's just it didn't really stand out that much, unfortunately. It's unfortunate, but yeah. Most MP5 skins are down in price. Most SAR skins are down in price. Perhaps the choice of weapons that they did just wasn't the best. It is what it is. It's the weapons themselves. If they're not being appreciated that much, unfortunately, they just suffer. It's not treating both of them as a collection. Interesting. But yeah, down in price. So honestly, I don't really think it's going to cause the pre-existing skins to spike in price if that were to be accepted. So sorry to say. However, this next skin, ooh, a second attempt for the B AK47. Now, they have changed it. They've made it so that the aim sight, oh, it has transparency. So after seeing the SEP skin being accepted, I looked at it, I questioned it, and I thought, you know what? If that SEP was allowed with its transparency, perhaps Omnipresent has to go back and redo the SAR and the AK47 skin he did with some transparency. Now, let me tell you, at night time with the yellow, with the choice of yellow and black, the yellow does stand out quite nicely. It is visible, it is noticeable, and I have made a short video showcasing this. So, what do you reckon? We have somewhat recently seen the Olympus AK47 being accepted, and that had like full-on transparency, which you would see like in like a Twitch drop sort of AK47. We've seen a lot of them this year, for example. But this still has those 2 little prongs to the side. Perhaps that will probably lead it to still being accepted. Honestly, a nice yellow and black design. You can sit there and say it's a B. You can sit there and say it's Hazard. Either way, it's unique, stands out quite nicely. And honestly, Omnipresent, can I get some B tier 3, tier 2, hoodie and pants? Whilst it has been done, that was B cosplay. But you, well, it's in your hands now. You can do what you want. Can we be Bs? Right, anyway. I'll be back over to here. When was that set? Oh, it's right there. Thank you. Right. So that's currently holding up its price at the moment. Hasn't dropped off. In fact, it's actually slowly going upwards. Interesting. Very interesting. So, hardly any listings. Bardo's looking good. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Honestly, I think with the AK, that will actually rise up quite nicely. So if you're feeling optimistic, if you're feeling confident, trick 'em. Because independently, by itself, I still think they'll still go up in price. compared to all the other SAPs, only like the really old ones have transparency, but then they also like glow in the dark and whatnot. They're expensive. But that, it's very approachable. $2.81. So, what do you reckon? And yes, that also happens to light up quite nicely with its yellow. So, yeah, in a very, very, very interesting spot. So, best of luck to Omnipresent. Things are looking pretty cool, but it's up to face punch at the end of the day, isn't it? So, yeah. Moving on to L96s, we have the L96 Fractal. This has some transparency, apparently. Now, where exactly, I'm not 100% sure. When we, you know what, Ted, Pigeon, I know you want to showcase it with the aim sight and whatnot, but in this particular instance, it would have been really helpful if you showed it off without, oh, there you go, right. Could you at least get better lighting? Anyway, what was transparent on this? What is transparent? I don't know. Looks nice, though. With all due respect, it does look pretty. But where is the transparency? Correct, bipod, cheek rest, and rails. Yeah, read the text, Hedge. So, okay, looks pretty cool though, stands out quite nicely. Could you envision yourself wielding this on your roof when you shoot people? Listening to them complain, you know. Anyway, best of luck to you two. Let's say that works out nicely. But you do have competition. So over to here, produced by Cubist, we have the Steel Reaper. That's a pretty cool looking design right there. Looking pretty sweet. So, looking nice and shiny. What do you reckon? Would you prefer this? Feel free to comment below. Alternatively, once again, more competition. And this is more white. Produced by Fresh and Somebody Stop Me. We have the Cold Alloy L96. A pretty interesting, nice metallic design. But in the snowy area, does it make itself look more white? I don't really see it, but still looks cool. So yeah, maybe you might prefer that. Feel free to comment below. So that's all the L96s, I believe. Or we have a few more. We have collection continuations as well. Right, let's go ahead and grab these. So quite some time back, we saw the Ink Dragon pump shotgun skin being accepted. It is like a year or so ago. In fact, it might be 2023. But anyway, a very nice, cool, stylish looking design right here. Let's go ahead and remind ourselves of Ink Dragon. Was it called Ink Dragon? I know it's a pump shotgun, so it would be too hard to find, but is it not? Did I just make it all up in my head? You know what? Let's just look up all the pump shotguns and I'll probably find it. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Hedge, have you gone mad? I'm getting there. Yeah, Ink Dragon. Okay, I'm not crazy. For now. So, pump shotguns. Recently, they got a bit of a buff. 2 extra ammo. People are happy. Price here is actually holding up quite nicely. So, if we were to see a collection continuation to this, what do you reckon? Could we see this rise up in price ever so nicely? Well, it would be appreciated, but there's been many attempts in the past here, haven't there? SAP, L96, Custom SMG, AK47, AK47, AK47. Well, we'll see, we'll see. Looks nice, wouldn't say no to that, but it's just like, is it actually going to happen? So, we'll see. Best of luck to you, Mnemonic Man. I don't think another weapon skin being accepted into the proposed weapon collection is going to change that much, so sorry to say, but independently, it does look nice. Right, cool. Retro Blast. In the past, we've had Retro Blast MP5. I just got to type in retro. There we go. Retro Blast Thompson, MP5, AK47. So we've had some pretty interesting skins, but that's 80 cents. That's 80 cents. That's $1. It's not holding up very nicely, unfortunately. So, Retro Blast. There you go. It's right there. And yeah. Weapon only collection, down pretty bad, unfortunately. It is what it is. But now we have an L96, a version 2. By default, I don't expect it to change that much. I don't expect it to save those weapon skins. Weapon only collection doesn't usually work out very nicely. But this, as an L96, I mean, to be honest with you, that's got to be one of the most standout designs for an L96 I've ever seen. Really does stand out. Now, do you want to stand out as a sniper? Probably not. Probably not. But if you don't care and you just want something nice and stylish, well, that might be the skin for you. So, what do you reckon? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to Mr. Himmick. And then, of course, the Abyss L96. A version 2, and I will sit here and say this, Abyss weapons have actually worked out quite alright. Get a good look at that. Well, meant to click over here. Let's see. There we go. Aim down the sight without an actual scope. So, yep. Come on, show me. There we go. There we go. Looking pretty. Looking nice. But how's the Abyss collection currently holding up? Not doomed. Not amazing. Just fine. So, yeah. October time. Prices should be down real bad. Does it look like it's struggling? Not really. Some of the weapons here, okay, fair enough. But if we were to see an L96, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes down a fair bit, but not dramatically down bad. I think it'll be okay, but I don't think it'll have that much of an impact on any of the skins here, right? So that is to be expected. But other than that, yeah, that's it. That is all of the weapon skins, excluding handmade LMGs. So yes, the first ever handmade LMG skins have been submitted. We've got quite a lot of yep in here. Now let me just point this out. They can't appear until November, of course, but quite literally because they are the brand new skinnable for November. After that, December, tactical gloves. So we've got a lot of interesting things here, but do not forget, and I did make a video talking about this, with beds as the example, got to go back a little bit. With brand new skinnables, you have to expect they're going to sell ridiculously the first two. So new skinnables, sales problems. Just go back, listen to what I say about the beds. It is to be expected. The exact same thing's going to happen with every brand new skinnable from here and now. Other than that, I hope you're looking forward to them, because I know a lot of people have been itching and yearning and screaming for these. So what could be potentially the first two, because I wouldn't be surprised if they accept two in the first Rust Store, the November 4 Swipe Rust Store. What could be the first two handmade LMG skins? Let's go ahead and take a look at all of these. Right, there is a lot of them. There is a lot of handmade LMGs. Some of you might just sit there and say the obvious sort of like collection continuations, but there's so many to pick from. So many to pick from. So, let's get started. Jungle Camouflage. This is produced by Mr. Nordan. In the past, he's had some Valentine skins accepted. A perfectly fine, nice green design. Remember, at the end of the day, it could be camouflaged as much as you'd like. People, they're still going to hear you. They're still going to hear you. So, okay, perfectly fine looking design there, produced by Mr. Nordan. I should also point out we have the cut aim sight as well. Where is that aim sight? There we go. So I'm sure some of you have already seen some of the short videos I've uploaded. So let's go over to here. Let's go over to here. Short videos. I've actually showcased the first two. The first two being the Phantom handmade LMG and the Olympus handmade LMG. They both had transparency. A lot of these handmade LMGs have a transparent version, so just point that out. Now I've actually recorded another video showcasing more of these, but I recorded it at a time where unfortunately not every single handmade LMG made it in. They were submitted at a later time, unfortunately. So I was on stream, I was recording, but yeah, I'm sure you understand. So anyway, that looks nice. I probably had to make a second short video showcasing even more, but you get the idea. Best of luck to Nordan. And then of course we have the Arcade handmade LMG. This also has a like transparent aim sight, which we'll see in a second. Produced by Yui. Look at that. Ooh, nice. So perfectly fine, very colourful approach. And the aim sight here, well, look at that blue. That's got to stand out pretty much in every single environment, surely. But yeah, nice arcade theme. You've got Chippy right there in the magazine, so that's looking pretty sweet. And over to here, we have a glow-in-the-dark version. Yeah, I don't think people want that, but still nice that they offered it. So, pretty much the exact same thing, but this also happens to glow. The Chippy glows. Interesting. So just the magazine. Well then, Yui, best of luck to you. Let's see if that works out nicely. Over to here, the first collection continuation. It is the Training handmade LMG. Now, I'm not sure if we've seen a training weapon skin in the past. We'll find out in a second. But yep, standard aim sight. It is red. Yep, looking pretty good. Should stand out quite alright in most environments. But yes, do you like the Training handmade LMG? Let's go over to here and type in Training. We recently saw a skin being accepted. I can't remember which one. Damn it, Hedge. I clicked wrong. I'm sorry. Yes, Training collection. Let's go take a look at you. Right, it was the backpack. That was it. Only down by 15%. Not too bad. Looking at this whole collection, yes, we have had some weapon collections in the past. Weapon skins. We've had the AK. We've had the SAR, the Python, the R96. They are not looking pretty. They are down in price. So, by default, I don't think the handmade LMG is going to be doing quite all right. But do not forget, the first 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 handmade LMG skins, they very likely will sell absurd numbers and they very likely will drop off in price. Do not be surprised by this, okay? Do not be surprised. We've talked about this with beds already. Beds, all the recent ones, they're starting to go down in price. Not every single one, but it is happening. Like, take a look at this. Take a look at this. How many of them are in the positive? These two slightly. The very first one's down 50, down 53. Yeah, so this is something to be expected. Do not be surprised. Right then. So, collection continuations might not be completely safe, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people would still appreciate that. They probably already own the collection, so, you know. Right, anyway, best of luck to Mishka and Sonspa. We also haven't had the Phantom handmade LMG. I've already shown this off in like the short video. Its collection is fairly old. It's been existing since like 2017. Shipments are always very early. When we get the announcement for the Christmas skins, he'll very likely be the first person to put one down. Chances are he's already like finished it. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. So yes, Phantom Handmade NMG. This also happens to have some transparency on the aim sight. Already showed it off in the short video, which you can see right over to here. So yeah, cool. Perfectly fine looking design. Phantom collection. Let's just get a quick look at you, because to be honest with you, I don't think this is going to change. Like again, the possibility of being the first ever skins are expected to be a bit troublesome, but the weapons we see here, they're not exactly doing super crazy. The original ones though, the very old designs, they're doing quite alright, but not all of them, so it's not something I'd like go all in with. So by all means, whichever version you prefer, show your support. Best of luck to me to ship one. Blackout Handmade NMG. Standard sight as you can see here, but I do believe we have a second version. Haha, yes. Cut aim sights as well. Are you down for another Blackout weapon skin? Won't be the first. Oh no, we've had plenty of Blackout skins in the past. I do question though, is it going to be a-okay if it was one of the first ever skins to be accepted? Take a look at all of that. Look at the sales, look at the prices. Right now, prices should be down incredibly bad. But what do you see right here? Oh, they're doing good. They're doing good. So, yeah. Do you remember last year when we saw Blackout Burlap being accepted? Almost 60,000 subscribers each. Still in the positive. Because this is a very in-demand collection. Probably the only somewhat recent acceptance for Python in which this skin's actually in the positive. All the other ones were down, weren't they? So things are looking pretty cool here. If we were to see a handmade NMG, I might just jump onto it. I think by default it'd just go up in price. Might take a while, but it just very likely will just go up. Do not be surprised. People really do appreciate Blackout weapons, so best of luck to MDE. Now, gold chains. Got lots of pictures, very gold and shiny. Got nothing against it. I'm not sure if people are going to go super wild for gold, but if it's one of the first, it's still going to sell a lot. Do you remember how when we saw the Salvage Dice pick, the first few skins to be accepted was the focus title in a month, we got a gold chains Salvage Dice pick, didn't we? Sold quite a lot. Even at $3, still sold quite a lot. And to this day, it's down, but it's not too bad. So, seems these weapons could still be appreciated. Would you like a fully gold handmade NMG? Now, I did see someone comment saying, handmade LMGs shouldn't be nice and flashy and shiny. They should be worn and like very DIY, patched together sort of designs. I can respect that, but Face Punch want money, so they probably want to sell these much more nicer, cleaner versions. Sorry to say, but I get what you mean. Black Ops, not surprised to see this has appeared. Unfortunately, it was one of the skins that appeared after I made the short video, so I do apologise about that, guys, but maybe I'll just make another video showcasing even more of them. Shouldn't be too hard. Yep, this is the transparent aim sight design. Pretty hard to see, but actually, no, that's the standard version. That's not a cut sight. That's the standard aim sight. Did they get them mixed up? Uh-oh, that's not a cut aim sight. Huh? What? No. That's not a cut sight. No, not that I'm aware of. Maybe I'm a little bit wrong. I don't know. All right, well, let's see if it gets accepted. Best luck to you two. But considering the other transparent designs we just saw, I mean, you know, you can make another version if you want to, just saying. Anyway, best luck to you. But the Black Ops weapons, some of them are doing good. I've had to talk about how I was wrong about the bow. I'm still convinced that LR is being pumped. Revolver, perfection. Jackhammer, improving. Down a bit, but improving. But the bow, I was wrong about the bow. So, alright, honestly, maybe it probably could work out alright. But still, first few skins, wouldn't be surprised if it still ends up being a bit funny. We'll see. No Mercy. Could that be number 41? No Mercy collection's very, very large. The largest in all of Rust, as you can see here. Ta-da! So yeah, lots of skins. We recently just got the No Mercy bed. I wouldn't be surprised if we get the handmade LMG. Maybe not in the first week. Maybe like the second, third week. Wouldn't surprise me. I expect it. I'm just not sure when. If it were to be accepted, would it cause anything to change here? Not really. No, I wouldn't expect that. There's so many skins, but only a select few are doing all right. And all the other ones are a bit iffy. Nothing wrong with it. It's just like the prices, how like actually invested are they in the collection and whatnot. I do know a lot of people are more than happy with just the clothing and the armour. But the weapons, the deployables, it's a bit all over the place. But then again, look at this again around January time. I will not be surprised in the slightest when loads of people return. They end up buying these again and the prices go back up again. It is appreciated. It's just right now it's October. So yes. No Mercy Handmade NMG or the transparent aim sight one, I think people will approve. I think people will like. I could see it happening. So, what do you reckon? Go for the comment below. Best of luck to Bear Trip and Hulk. Now we have Olympus. I've already shown it off in the short video. You've already got a good glimpse of this in the short video that we've provided to you over to here. So yeah, it's looking cool. And of course, that Olympus AK47. Let's go get a look at you. Oh wow, you did drop off in price. Wow. Oh wow. But then again, look at it properly. Look at it properly. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 22. 22 at $2.49. You got a few sales and it's back up to its trust store price. Need I remind you, pearlescent white, gold trim, red transparent aim sight, and it's down like that. I've got to be honest with you. I do expect the skin creator to commit to this with more weapon skins, and I wouldn't be surprised if they accepted. And I kind of wouldn't be surprised if this is one of those weapon collections where they actually have their skins go up in price. That seems too low. That honestly seems too low. I wouldn't be surprised if the Olympus design's accepted. But then again, there is some pretty interesting, notable competition that we're about to showcase. But yeah, honestly, keep an eye on that. And independently, keep an eye out for that. Like, that very likely will be going up in price regardless. So, best of luck to Fuff. But talking about pearlescent white with gold trim, we've got Thunder Gold. So yes, we have Thunder Gold as well. Recently getting the backpack skin accepted. Sold quite a decent amount, even at $3. Honestly, wouldn't surprise me here either. So we've got some very good options. If you want like a nice white handmade NMG, you could look at either the No Mercy, you could look at either the Olympus, or you could look at either the Thunder Gold. So a lovely selection of skins. Got some nice black ones, got some nice golden ones to a point. A very flashy, like blue, red, white one, and then you've got like the green one. Like, you got a lot of variety. But do not be surprised when next week if we see even more of these. The skin creators are fully well aware. If they potentially get their skin accepted first in the first batch, they're going to see a lot of sales. I don't blame them. So, out of all these skins, which one happens to be your favourite? Feel free to comment below. Let's actually get a quick look at like the Thunder Gold. So, yep. Nice golden shiny. Where's the aim sight? Show me the aim sight. There we go. So this is actually a standard sight. Maybe they might consider doing a transparent sight in the future. We shall see. But nice golden shiny. Which ones will be accepted? That is a very, very, very good shout. Now, Thunder Gold, let's just quickly look at you. Appreciated. Yeah, yeah. Look at it right now. Notice the prices. Weapons, they are down, but not down terribly. Clothing and armour. All holding up very, very strongly. Yes. Look at this again around January time and you will be amazed. The prices are expected to rise up even more. But around now, if you're considering, yeah, you know what, I wouldn't mind approaching and getting some Thunder Gold skins, now might be the time. If we start seeing more and more skins being produced and accepted, I think we're going to start seeing it go up even more. The weapon's still appreciated, as you can see. Not everybody can afford a Comics AK47, but they can with a Thunder Gold AK47. So yeah, same with the SAR. Right then, looking pretty cool. Lost my tongue there. Looking pretty cool. That was all of the weapons and the tools. We did talk for quite a bit there, but there was quite a lot to showcase and talk about. The clothing and the armour is pretty quick, so there's no need to worry. So yep, of all the weapons and the tools, which one has stood out to you the most? Which ones do you reckon will be accepted in an upcoming Rust store? More specifically, if you were to pick 2 handmade NMGs from here, what ones do you reckon would be the first 2 to be accepted in the November Foresight Rust store? Comment below. Who knows, they might accept 3. Let's now move on and talk about clothing and armour. So over to here, we've got some backpacks, and immediately, what we have right here, that just so happens to be a collection continuation, and it's not the first time I've seen this being submitted. A collection continuation for the small box that was accepted like half a year ago. Lamb box. Let's go ahead and take a look at you. Nice, cute, silly design. There we are. It went down in price. It's down to just barely over $1, but it is starting to improve. So yep, only 21 listings, very thin. And what you'll notice, oh yes, it's starting to rise up. Only slightly, but it's getting there. It's just about to begin. Now, if we were to see the backpack being accepted, what do you reckon? Well, number 1, pure white design. I think a lot of people might appreciate that for snow biome. What do you reckon? Now, we just had Thunder Gold and H-June backpack, Twitch drop, and $3 skin. If that were to be accepted, oh yeah, I think the Thunder Gold might suffer a little bit. But it's a matter of if. Now, if it was to be accepted, I wouldn't be surprised that the small box probably does bounce up a fair bit. Wouldn't surprise me. It's very thin. I can still see it rising up in price independently regardless. So we'll see. But yeah, perfectly fine. Nice white backpack design. If you think the lamb looks nice and cute, feel free to comment below. Alternatively, tomato. Señor Tomato. So yeah, Señor Tomato backpack has been pretty successful. I know what you're going to say. If I wear that, it's like a big red target on my back. I know. Shut up. It's obvious. I'm fully well aware. But yeah, if you see the goofy side of it, if you appreciate Señor Tomato for the goofy silliness, by all means, consider showing support. You could kidnap people and force them to wear this. Make them run away, shoot them. Okay, but anyway, Señor Tomato, could you be used in a cruel method with Rust? It is quite a cruel game, but anyway, looking at you and looking at the collection, I'm just going to type in tomato because I don't have the special E. It's a bit, it's not too bad. The miner hat's actually starting to improve. And if we see the backpack, I think the miner hat might bounce up a little bit more. So, notably, let me just point out, only 9 listings. Has someone bought this out? Let's just find out. Oh, interesting. That's only 18 and 13. Alright, well, not looking too bad. But it's got hardly any listings in the bar. Well, they go up to 80 cents. So it's not like the end of the world. So, not too bad. More specifically, I think the backpack would mainly help out the miner hat. So, it's up to you. What do you reckon? Comment below. Right then. So, yeah, you're looking pretty interesting. What else do we have here? Moidera, Turpin, and Hurricane with some primitive sets. Let's go ahead and take a look at these. Right, let me just close that. I was wrong. Grub, Disco Mask. I do believe this is actually a collection continuation. So, Disco Mask with its poncho. I think this is a collection continuation to that recent Grub double barrel shotgun. Yep. So, what they've done is they've made it like an insect. It's creepy. Yucky. I don't like bugs. Ew. Look at that. Look at that insectoid design for a deer skull mask. You should have submitted that for Halloween. Nobody else did anything like that. Sorry to say, but yeah, that looks really cool for what it is. And is that some clothing to go with it that I notice? Ooh. So, if you think that looks cool, and if you're interested, by all means, jump in. But in regards to that Grub double barrel shotgun, I don't think it's going to be... Well, I don't really expect it to go up in price that much. There we go, Grub. Only 17 listings, but just only about over $1. So, yeah, it's not... I don't think that's going to dramatically change that much. I don't think many people put that 2 and 2 together and realise this is actually part of the same collection. We'll see. I know it's all in the picture and whatnot, but it's like people in general, they just don't realise. However, the creepy insect design, I'm thinking a lot of people will like that. If you commit to a primitive set, people will like, oh yes they will. Oh yes they will. But that should have been Halloween. Best of luck to Moidera and Chi-Chi. And by all means, you, the viewer, comment below. Do you approve? Do you think that looks cool? What do you reckon? Now over to here, Nacho. Nacho hat. So, yeah. Did you get that from The Simpsons? Come on, be honest. Anyway. Food-related clothing. Nacho hat. Alright, anyway. A perfectly fine looking design, produced by Turpin and Hugh Malteson. What do you reckon? What do you reckon they need to make next? Honestly, shouldn't the poncho just be quite literally a massive nacho? You tell me. Right, so best of luck to you two. Let's see if that works out nicely. Now over to here. Apparently, I inspired the idea of this. Pyjamas. Burlap shirt and pants. Maybe call it pyjamas, but PJs. But anyway, night clothing. Perfectly befitting for beds. I'm genuinely surprised nobody made any bed clothing when the beds came out, when they first became skinnable. It is kind of a surprise, but hey, it is what it is. What do you reckon? Do you like? Are you a fan? Feel free to comment below. But honestly, we need like a proper pyjama set. We've got like on the burlap pants, like a big stitch with the crackers. Anyway, moving on. Best of luck to you two. Let's see if that works out nicely. Some more burlap clothing wouldn't be a bad idea. One miner hat for the week. So, tuna and sausage. Blended together. What did that taste like? I don't know. I don't want to find out. Anyway, Milho Frito. After making the very, very strange angelic halo miner hat, he thought, you know what, I could make one more. And he's going to make everybody sick. I shall mix the tuna water with the sausage water and I'm going to drink it and I'm going to puke very, very hard. Anyway, It's a goofy chef's special miner hat. Now, what's he wearing here? I'm not sure, but is he... oh, it's this old charity skin. Yeah, World Kitchen, a long time ago, a few years ago. So, yeah, by all means, if you like what you see, if you're a fan of this, then consider showing support. But yeah, tuna water and sausage water. Right. I've made a cocktail. It's awful. Right, let's go ahead and showcase this Tier 2 armor. So over here, we have the Deep Sea Tier 2, produced by Robstar. It is a collection continuation, just in time for the Naval update. What do you reckon? Could we see that being accepted beforehand? If he was to go primitive, could you make it more parity themed? But imagine if he can make his very own hazmat. Do you reckon Robstar could pull it off to make a very cool deep sea hazmat skin? I know we have a best. I know, but don't you think he could do a good job of it as well? Anyway, best of luck to you, Robstar. But talking about this deep sea collection, we haven't had any clothing and armor beforehand, have we? There has been attempts. I do remember a bucket helmet. There it is, yeah. I would say give that another shot. It looked cool. But anyway, Tier 2 has been submitted. But all we have is a sword, a SAR, a locker, a fridge, and a rocket launcher. None of that is doing very well at the moment. But if we were to see clothing and armor being accepted, could it turn it around? Could it improve it? Could it fix it? What do you reckon? If we do see that being accepted, and then see hoodie and pants in Tier 3, I mean, you know how it's going to go. So... considering the amount of clothing armor submitted this week, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it is accepted, but I also wouldn't be surprised for November 4 swipe they might pick out something from like a month ago or 2 months ago. You might see Temple Tier 2 or Funerary Tier 3 oh, wishful thinking, but who knows, we'll see. So, looking pretty cool, but I just don't think it's going to have that much of an impact on the pre-existing skins. Regardless, looks very nice. Best of luck to you, Robstar. But consider doing the bucket helmet as well. I mean, give it a shot. Another attempt. Okay. Now we have two Tier 3 sets. Monochrome Tier 3, produced by Sad and Happy. Nice little mannequin there. So, yep. Perfectly fine for what it is. Somewhat metallic with some white on the front. Black as well. Looking pretty cool. Perhaps a lot of people would appreciate it in the snowy biome. So, best of luck to you, Mr. Sad Happy. Let's see if that works out nicely. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Alternatively... we have the Artist Tier 3, produced by Lies. I'm pretty sure that's Lies Saint. And that is a pretty much white set. It pretty much is a white set, as you can see there. So again, would that be greatly appreciated in the snowy tundra, the Arctic biome? I mean, yeah, of course it would. But would it be accepted? That's the shout, that's the question. We did recently see Temple Tier 3 accepted. Could we see another white Tier 3 being accepted? What do you reckon? Do you want it? Comment below. So yeah, that's it. That's everything. That's all the clothing and armor. That is everything that's been submitted this week. So by all means, point out of all these clothing and armor skins, which one has impressed you the most, which one do you reckon has a very good chance of potentially being accepted. And honestly, just comment below everything from clothing to weapons and tools to deployables. Which skins do you think have a very good chance of potentially being accepted in the upcoming Rust stores? So once again, I reiterate, do not be surprised if the announcement for Christmas skins will probably happen in about a week. So what I'm saying is that we're going to end up with a collection like this. Yep, wouldn't be surprising at all, right? So keep an eye out. And yeah, what skins do you reckon will be accepted for Halloween week 2? Fingers crossed we see a lot of clothing armor collection continuations. That's the thing we really do want to see, but will it happen? Now, at the very least, I should point out, player count improving very nicely. With these last few days, it does look like we've increased by about 10,000. September was the drop-off from the summer, but now it's already looking like we're improving. But with the lack of the naval update for November, perhaps that won't be too good. Won't be, like, amazing. But could things still be somewhat interesting? Could we still see a lot of people turning up and being similar to October? And then when we have December... the beginning of December is expected to be very good at the beginning and very good at the very end of the month. So this is why I think everything's going to still work out quite nicely. When there's a lot of people playing, there's a lot more demand for skins. I wonder if we're going to start seeing a whole lot more aquatic themed skins being produced over the course of November. Wouldn't surprise me. Right then, so in regards to what we have here, abnormal barders are tomorrow. We have a lot of abnormal skins to chase after. Only 2 of these skins here are not abnormal, the boots and the rock. And there's a lot to talk about with that, especially after seeing that UFO furnace. I honestly think the floodgates are open. I'm concerned. So if you want to be aware of abnormals, do remember they are 1 hour earlier from now on for the next 6 months. Clocks changed this past weekend, so yeah, keep that in mind. At least Europeans don't have to stay up so late. I'm sure they're very happy. Right then, so a lot of interesting things to chase after. The cool looking garage door, the burlap but it glows. The locker, the fridge, the primitive set, the backpack, the miner hat that honestly isn't selling that much. We do talk about, or we have talked about, the possibility of collection continuations next year, because we have to wait another year. How low could these prices go? It's not surprising if they really do drop off. But the potential for collections next year, I mean, yeah. So I'm still hoping for like pumpkin armor. I'm still hoping for ghost guys. What do you reckon? What do you crave? Scream it out loud, comment below. But that'll be it. That will be it for Halloween after that. So this Thursday, keep an eye out. And I will most likely be on stream on Thursday with Cheese Taco because we're making a Halloween theme sort of area, special racetrack, fight pit, and a Geister barn. Geister barn's already finished. Basically, imagine a haunted house but on rails. I'm sure you understand what that is now. So cool. That is everything. Player count improving. We're still expecting a Christmas wallpaper pack, or rather 4 independent skins again, like we did for Halloween. And don't forget, Halloween wallpaper packs abnormal, so we'll be chasing after them tomorrow as well. Ooh. Considering 2 of them glow in the dark and 1 of them's animated, I think a lot of people are looking forward to chasing after them. So that is essentially everything. Nothing too crazy for November, it seems, considering the naval update has been pushed. But it does look like we're going to get a sequel to the update we saw with October. Lots of workbench and scrap changes again, which I think people will be looking forward to. So yeah, that's everything. That's everything that needs to be talked about. So hopping over to my YouTube once more, do consider keeping up to date with all the short videos. Take, for example, there's still more Halloween skins to look forward to. I showed off a bunch of small boxes. Keep an eye out for the one where I showcase all the large boxes. I'm sure you get the idea. So consider watching the Halloween video here. I talk about like seasonal skins, hoping to see collection continuations. Consider watching the Christmas video here, where I still talk about, like I said at the very beginning, the positive expectations we have over the course of November into December. And of course, right now, after seeing many skin prices drop off, it might be a very good time now to jump in and buy those Christmas skins. If you want to decorate your base with lovely Christmas skins, go buy them now, because they will go up in price. They will get more pricier. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Best of luck to each and every single one of you. Keep an eye out and enjoy Halloween, and keep an eye out for November Force Wipe. Catch you later. See you, goodbye.